Hi Aries, welcome to your March 2022 Tarot Scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Aries, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your month ahead, I just want to say, for those of you that are celebrating this month, happy damn birthday to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful solar return. For those of you that are celebrating a solar return or an ascendant return, there is an offer that I am only offering via my email list, so get on that in the link in the description box below, where you can get 30% off of a numerology reading with me. So we're talking numerology, we're talking tarot. It's a lot of fun, and it helps you plan out some of your steps in pretty good detail. We've had pretty good results so far between me and clients that I've worked with so far. So if you want to get that, link is in the description box below, and the email will be going out on the 20th. And you will get your discount there. There's all of the details of how to get it and whatnot will be in the email. So if you want to get that, reading with me, get that link in the description box below. Now, with that said, taking care of all of that stuff, let's get into your month ahead, right? For your actions and interactions with the world at large over the course of March, you get the Five of Swords, right? So in a lot of ways, I kind of feel like this is you guys really doing the work when it comes to getting, maybe closing down or having the difficult conversations that you need to. Remember, the sun is now in your sign. The sun is exalted in Aries, right? He does really, really good work there. This is like being an honored guest in someone else's house, where they really kind of put on the best energies for you, the best spreads, the best foods, the best all the goods of it. Now, what this suggests to me is not only are you in your full power over the course of Aries season, right? And especially throughout, at least part of March anyway, but that Five of Swords, it really gives you the strength to have a lot of the conversations that maybe you've been putting off. Maybe you didn't feel like you had the energy for it. Maybe you were, like in a lot of ways, this kind of suggests to me that you were having, maybe having a lot of thoughts and a lot of questions about things that you wanted to say, or conversations that you needed to have that you've been putting off. Well, this Five of Swords says that you are ready to go into those conversations. The only thing that I will say to you is, because the spotlight is on you now, like the cosmic astrological spotlight is definitely on you, you don't have to shout, right? You can find diplomatic ways to say what you need to say, and you will still be heard. The fact that it is the Five of Swords, though, for me suggests that you are ready to right a wrong, or to maybe even bury a hatchet. Yes, this card can be fraught communications and all of that stuff, but it also suggests that you are ready, willing and able to temper what you say this month so that you can get the best results. And not only that, you've got Mars and Venus are currently hand in hand, and will be right up to and including I think like the 5th of April. So this is really powerful stuff, right? Venus is adding her energy to your ruling planet, and she's kind of softening off the edges. She's kind of saying, come on babe, say what you need to say, but say it in a way that you don't you don't spoil the message. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Six of Pentacles. So for some of you, this could literally be conversations about money, conversations about finances, about resources. For some of you, this will be literally to do with your job, or to do with your work or your business if you have one. If you're not working and you're studying, this could be a really powerful month for you to start thinking about ways to collaborate that are going to increase your chances of getting the things that you want. With that Five of Swords there, even though it is the Five of Swords, I just feel like it's a lot more diplomatic this month than maybe we're usually used to seeing with this specific card. So I'm kind of excited by that. For your heart and hearth sector, you've got the Four of Swords. So there's a lot of air energy here, right? Because swords is all about the mind. And because you've got the Four of Swords in your love and relations. So what I will say to you is, you might find, for those of you that are single, it might be a little bit slower this month on the love front, and that's because you're more focused on your practical matters. You're more focused on the things that are in the here and now. Again, not necessarily a bad thing. It just suggests, especially because you've got the Six of Pentacles here as well, which for me kind of feels like your focus is more towards the grounded stuff right now. Love, relationships is going to be a little bit slow this month, but that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy yourself. When it comes to those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, it looks like some of you are starting to put what's the word that I'm looking for? It's almost like some of you are putting a buffer on or around your finances to say to the partner that, you know, maybe even to the kids if you have them, or even to an extended family member. We need to look at why you're running out of money all the time. We need to look at why I'm having to support you so much. And it's not, you know, there's no argument here, but you are definitely saying what you need to say and being heard, right? And then finally, when it comes to your money and your materials, you have the Two of Swords. So this is a lot of air, right? Lots of air energy, lots of communications, lots of conversations happening, maybe even lots of decisions being made when it comes to finances, money and resources. Now, specifically for your finances, you've got the Two of Swords, and you've got this, and it's in right next to the Four of Swords. So this is that there are financial decisions being made this month, and it looks like maybe some of these financial decisions that are being made are not necessarily popular, but they are ones that need to be made. I kind of feel like this month yours is the voice of reason when it comes to the finances, the money and the materials, you know, which is interesting because, you know, I love Aries energy. You know, my mum is an Aries, my niece is an Aries, I've got a cousin that's an Aries, I had two very good friends as a young person that were Aries, so, you know, I know Aries energy. But what I will say is, it kind of feels like you're less impulsive when it comes to the money this month. It's like you're really getting it together when it comes to your material experience, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, getting everything where it needs to be. When it comes to, you know, health and vitality and all of that, look, you've got the sun in your sign. All right. So for some of you, especially because you've got that Two of Swords here, this could be you rededicating to a diet, to some sort of exercise regime, but it's not like you just saying, right, that's it, I'm going to start dieting more, and you jump on and you just start running towards a goal. This is about you really sitting down and planning it out. That's the Two of Swords, right? Really using the mind, taking how you feel about something out and just using the mind and saying, right, Monday to Friday, I'm going to exercise and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and this is how I'm going to eat. Weekends, I'm going to have my time off. It's like you're, whatever, you know, that's just an example. Whatever it is, you're putting a plan in place for you to win or to succeed at something when it comes to your physical health and vitality. Maybe some of you, this could be a really powerful month of letting go of a bad habit. Too much smoking, you know, maybe bad food, you know, sex, drugs, rock and roll, whatever it is that you're usually privy to or fancy. For your first week of the month, you have the Hermit card, right? So again, this idea that there is an unpopular idea, there's something that you're saying this month, and it's, like I said, it might be an unpopular opinion. You might be the voice of reason, and sometimes when you're the voice of reason, you tend to get the most flack, right? So just keep that as a consideration. That Hermit card with the Five of Swords as well, it almost suggests that you're having to fight for time out for yourself this week. This first week of March, it's like you're having to really work hard to carve out time and space for yourself in order to get ready for the things that you're trying to get into being, let's say. Now, your second week of the month, you've got the Death card. So again, for me, this really does feel like you're either letting go of a debt, maybe you're clearing down some of the things that you need to pay for, maybe you are releasing or getting rid of yeah, like I kind of feel like you're releasing things, or you're getting rid of stuff that either no longer serves, or more importantly, you're getting rid of stuff that it's like, why am I paying for this? I don't need it. It's not serving a purpose. It doesn't do the thing that I want it to, or maybe the service just isn't what it was. And you know, when we start to streamline our finances in that sort of brutal way, that's when they really start to improve. Now, you've got the Death card next to the Hermit card. And you've got a lot of swords energy here, so I do need to say that this may be a month where an elderly person's health takes a turn for the worse. If this is going to happen, it will happen within the first 2 weeks of the month. For your third week of the month, happy birthday to you. This is where Aries season kicks in, right? You've got the Hanged Man. So you've got this underneath the heart, the Four of Swords. That is literally rest, recuperation, standing still. I'm not saying don't enjoy your birthday. I'm not saying don't have a blast. What I am saying is that third week of March, take your downtime, right? It's imperative. You got the Hanged Man, which is patience, waiting, stillness, stasis. You got the Four of Swords, sit still, do nothing, wait, exercise patience. You've got a double hit of this energy. So that third week of March, you're being really asked to sit still, all right? Don't, this is not a week to push. And then as we come into your fourth week of the month, you've got the Fool card. New things, new places, new people, new energy. If I'm completely honest with you, not only does the true astrological year start with the birthday of your sign, which this year is the 20th of March, so when the sun first steps into 0 degrees of Aries, but it kind of feels to me like this first 3 weeks of March, it's like you're flushing out all of the old. And then the fourth week of the month, as we're really in Aries season, that's when things are just like, vroom, like they really start to, that doesn't mean it's not going to be busy, and it doesn't mean that it's going to be slow. It just means that this is going to be a lot of culmination, completion kind of energy. All right, for your dun, 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 dun. New moon in the sign of Pisces, you have the gate 22 and grace. This is a beautiful new moon, I might add. I'm really here for this new moon. I love it. And the fact that we've got the grace card and the 22 energy, which is a master number vibration. Sorry, I got that tapping on my head. Enough, guys. And what I will say is this card basically represents two things, right? One, it represents tapping into the energy of creativity as you see fit. This is about creating from a space of things that you love and not worrying about what other people think, what other people, like if you're a content creator like me, this is the go ahead. This new moon is the go ahead for you to do something for yourself, to create something that is all about what you love. And when you love what you do, everybody else loves what you do. I truly, truly believe that. When it comes to your love life and love situation, this card basically suggests that there is potentially for some of you, this could be a rekindling of an old relationship. Somebody, maybe the one that got away for a select few of you. Like I said, the love front is very quiet this month, right? So maybe this is you searching the heart to really ask, do you know what? What is there here? And is the reason that it hasn't worked out with somebody else because, there's somebody that's already kind of in the picture that hasn't really had the full go of it with me? Just saying, not saying that's the case, but and then we've got the full moon in the sign of Virgo, and you've got the gate 58 and joy. This is absolutely stunning, right? I mean, just look at the card. Joy, happiness, peace, abundance. That's basically the sun card, right? And what this says to me is that the full moon in Virgo is really offering you a chance to be present in the present moment and to enjoy life. That Virgo full moon, actually, I got to say, so it's the third one, I believe, at like the 27 degree mark. And what this suggests to me is this is you seeing out an older cycle and really starting to see the results, the blessings, the rewards for all the hard work and effort that you may not have seen up until now. All in all, I think it's going to be a happy birthday, even with the challenging cards, right? Consider this a month where you're tying up loose ends, you're wrapping things up and you're just releasing them. This is you being ready to say, okay, you know what? Now that we've done that, this stuff really has a chance to begin. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Remember, I said happy damn birthday. Don't forget to fill the day of your solar return with a little bit of everything that you want the whole month to have in it. Take care, and I'll see you soon.